The lights in the corporate gym buzzed like angry insects as Malik Jones stood alone beside his mop bucket, the smell of disinfectant lingering like cold memory. His hands were still open, trembling with adrenaline, as Jason Crowley's body lay sprawled across the mat. A 3-second blur. That's all it took. 3 seconds for a nightmare from Malik's past to claw its way back into the present. The gym door hissed open and Ashley Hart stepped inside, her heels clicking until they froze mid-step. "Malik, what happened?" she whispered, eyes wide at the sight of Jason, the company's golden boy, the CEO's pride, unconscious on the floor. Malik kept his hands raised, voice calm but exhausted. "He came at me. I tried to walk away." Ashley crouched beside Jason, checking his pulse, her breath shaking. "Jesus, what did he do?" Malik didn't answer. The memory flashed across his mind, Jason's mocking laugh, the slur under his breath, the shove, the swing, the demand from Malik to show respect. Then the sound of his body hitting the mat harder than he expected. Ashley stood again, rubbing her forehead. "Malik, this is bad. He's management. They'll twist the story." Malik let out a slow, tired breath. "They always do." Her phone buzzed violently in her hand. A message popped across the screen. "On my way to gym." "Don't move. CEO Crowley." The air drained from the room. "You're not safe," Ashley whispered. Malik simply nodded, as if he'd known that for years. The door slammed open like a courtroom verdict. Thomas Crowley marched in his suit sharp, his posture sharper. His eyes hit Jason on the floor, then Malik. "What?" he said quietly. "Happened to my son?" Ashley tried to speak, but Crowley silenced her with a single raised hand. "Not you, him." He stepped into Malik's space, his voice a blade wrapped in silk. "You people never learn boundaries." Malik felt his stomach drop. Words he'd heard before. Words that cost him everything at 19. Malik swallowed slowly. "Sir?" "Your son attacked me," Crowley scoffed, circling him. "Jason is a black belt, a champion, and you mop floors. So explain to me, how does a janitor drop a trained fighter?" Jason groaned awake, clutching his ribs. He cheap-shotted me," Jason muttered. "These people always—" Ashley closed her eyes, disgusted. Crowley flared his nostrils, turned on Malik, and pointed a finger like a sentence. "You're fired. Effective immediately. Security will escort you." "No!" Ashley burst out. "You can't just fire him without." Crowley wheeled around. "You want to join him?" Ashley froze, jaw shaking, but silent. Malik lowered his gaze, the familiar taste of injustice rising like bile until something inside him stopped bending. He walked to the locker room without a word. The faucet dripped rhythmically, echoing softer memories of courtrooms and officers who never listened. Young Malik's voice rang in his head. "I didn't attack him. I was defending myself." And the officer's cold reply, "Save it." "You people always say that." The gavel fell, killing his scholarship, stripping him of dojo training, ending a future that once glowed. Malik stared at his reflection, barely recognizing the man. "Not again. Not again." Ashley entered slowly, her voice soft. "Malik, we can fight this. I can file a report. Against the CEO's son?" Malik shook his head. "You know how that ends." Ashley stepped closer, eyes glassy with anger. "You didn't deserve any of this." Malik's voice cracked. "Deserve's got nothing to do with survival." She placed her hand over his, surprising him. "Then let me stand with you." Malik looked at her. Truly looked, and for the first time that night, he didn't feel alone. Her phone buzzed again. Security looking for the janitor now. Malik sighed. "Guess that's my cue." Ashley stepped in front of him. "No, you're not going alone." As they walked down the dark hallway, voices rose ahead. Jason, bruised pride glowing hotter than the bruise on his jaw, limped toward them with members of the Office Martial Arts Club behind him. They formed a ring without being asked. "You humiliated me," Jason spat. "In front of my father." One employee sneered. "Mop boy thinks he's Bruce Lee." Another laughed. "Bet he can't do it twice." Malik stayed still. Calm, almost too calm. Ashley's breath rattled. "Jason, stop." "This isn't a dojo." Jason smirked. "It is now." He slipped into a stance. The circle closed. Malik whispered, "I ain't fighting nobody." But Jason lunged anyway. His fist sliced through the air fast, trained, confident. Malik sidestepped. One breath. One pivot. One gentle but precise redirect. Jason's momentum betrayed him, sending him tumbling past Malik, colliding with the mat so hard the sound echoed off the walls. Gasps filled the hallway. 3 seconds, an employee murmured. Again. Malik stepped back, palms raised. I don't want trouble. I'm done fighting kids trying to prove they men. Jason staggered up again, humiliation morphing into hatred. You think you're better than me? Malik shook his head. No, I just know who I am. Jason swung again, sloppy, angry. Malik caught his wrist mid-air, not with force, but with knowledge. A subtle rotation, a shift in weight, and Jason crashed to his knees, yelping in shock. Malik released him instantly and stepped back. Ashley watched, breath trembling between admiration and fear. The employees backed away now, realizing the janitor they'd mocked knew something none of them did. Something deep, something disciplined, and something dangerous. Security rounded the corner at that exact moment. Jason shot to his feet, pointing wildly. Arrest him, he attacked me. Malik closed his eyes. Ashley stepped forward, voice ringing clear. No, he didn't. I saw everything. Jason initiated the attack. Twice. Malik only defended himself. Security hesitated. Jason turned purple with rage. Do you know who my father is? Malik whispered almost too softly. That's the problem. Crowley appeared again, fury boiling behind his raised chin. What is the meaning of? His words choked as he saw Jason kneeling, clutching his wrist. You laid hands on my son again? Malik didn't answer. Ashley stepped in front of him, shoulders squared. Sir, if you fire him or press charges, I'll submit a formal report documenting your son's provocation and racial harassment. And I'll attach witness statements. Crowley's nostrils flared. You're risking your entire career. Sometimes, Ashley replied, silence is the bigger risk. Malik looked at her with something close to awe. Crowley scanned the room, security uncertain, employees shrinking back, his son bruised and humiliated. For a moment, he saw the story slipping out of his hands. He stepped close to Malik again. What do you want? Malik's voice steadied. To leave in peace. And to not have this hung over my name again. Crowley's jaw twitched. After a long moment, he stepped back. Fine, leave. Tonight, but you're done here. Malik nodded. Been done. Ashley grabbed his arm gently. Malik. He gave her a small smile. I'll be all right, but she wasn't letting go. No, you won't walk out of this building alone. She followed him out into the quiet, rain-slicked night. Malik stared at the wet pavement, chest heavy. Feels like 20 years ago all over again. Ashley shook her head. No, this time you walked out standing. Malik exhaled, emotion caught in his throat. You didn't have to stand up for me. Maybe not, she said softly, but I wanted to. Something warm flickered between them. Something neither tried to name,